Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Upper St. Clair High School's Panther Stadium as the Upper St. Clair Lady Panthers host the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils in our final game of the 2018 regular season. Tonight is our senior recognition event where we present the senior players to you and celebrate their accomplishments both on and off the soccer field. In addition to the administration and coaching staff, we would like to extend a huge thank you to all the players, friends, and family for your unrelenting support of these girls and the Upper St. Clair girls soccer program. Without you, volunteer time and commitment, our program would be greatly diminished. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you direct your attention to the far goalpost where our Lady Panthers flank the Upper St. Clair soccer seniors, class of 2019. At defender, number 15, senior captain, Angela Belak. Angela is proudly escorted this evening by her parents, Kelly and Jeff Belak. Angela and her family have been involved with Upper St. Clair soccer for many years, and she plays club soccer for Beedling. Off the field, Angela is a member of the German club and is involved with STARS program. Angela is interested in photography and enjoys spending time with her family and friends. Her greatest soccer moment was playing soccer at ESPN's WWS in Disney with her Beedling team. Angela's advice for new players is to enjoy every moment because it goes by much too quickly. Angela is planning on attending college next year. Angela Belak. At outside midfield, number 10, Ava Burlingame. Accompanying Ava this evening are her parents, Liza and Todd Burlingame. Ava is a member of the National Honor Society, participates in track and field for Upper St. Clair, and plays club soccer for Century United. When not on the pitch, Ava enjoys volunteering and hanging out with her friends. Ava's greatest soccer moment is returning to play after tearing her ACL during her freshman year. The best advice she has received is play every game like it is your last. Ava's future plans include attending college to study exercise science and become a physical therapist. Ava Burlingame. At midfield, number 9, senior captain Nikki Gibbons. Nikki is proudly escorted this evening by her parents, Simona and John Gibbons. For the past 4 years at Upper St. Clair, Nikki has demonstrated skill and success as a midfielder and has put the finishing touch on countless goals. Off the field, Nikki is the student council president, a mini-thon executive, has participated with the French and Spanish exchange programs, and also plays basketball and lacrosse. The best soccer advice that she has received is, when you aren't playing your best, focus on connecting your next 3 passes. Nikki has committed to play soccer at Swarthmore College, where she will study pre-med. Nikki Gibbons. At forward, number 7, Jane Matson. Accompanying Jane this evening are her parents, Aaron and Mark Matson. Jane's speed on the pitch has been a weapon for Upper St. Clair and has set up countless plays leading to goals by her teammates as well as her own. Off the pitch, Jane is involved with World Vision, has earned a spot on High Honor Roll, and has achieved numerous athletic honors running track in both the 200-meter and 400-meter events. She has also won the prize Pickleball 2018 tournament in both the girls and mixed doubles events. Jane enjoys hanging out with friends, running, traveling, and spending time at Deep Creek Lake. Her best advice for new player is support and encourage your teammates at all times. Have fun and enjoy every moment. Jane plans on attending college at Penn State University and running for the track and field team. Jane Matson. At forward, number 6, senior captain Landy Mertz. Landy is proudly escorted this evening by her parents Kelly and Rob Mertz. Landy's speed and skill has made her a prolific scorer for the Lady Panthers, and she just passed the 50-goal mark in her high school career. Her school activities include Kids Helping Kids, the STARS program, and the Serial Club. Landy is also a member of the National Honor Society, and she enjoys hanging out with her friends and has been playing piano since first grade. Her Century United Club team has had much success, and most recently they were the Region 1 champions, and Landy was named to the National Best 11 team based on her play at the USYSA National Championship. The best soccer advice she has received is don't fear failure, and she believes new players need to know that nothing is given, everything is earned. Landy is going to attend the University of Dayton starting in January 2019 and will play soccer for them while studying exercise physiology to prepare to become a physician's assistant. Landy Mertz. At outside midfield, number 12, Haley Perry. Haley is escorted this evening by her parents, Lynn and Jeffrey Perry. At school, Haley is involved with Kids Helping Kids, the STARS program, and is a member of the German and Serial clubs. Off the field, Haley enjoys spending time with her friends and hanging out with her three sisters. Playing with the same teammates and best friends since first grade is one of the best things about playing for Upper St. Clair, and her advice to a new player is don't stop working until your work is done. Haley is proud to have earned a spot on the highest honor roll and to be a two-time regional champion with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds Academy. She plans on attending college and then medical school. Haley Perry. At center back, number 3, senior captain Mia Snyder. Accompanying Mia this evening are her parents, Hallie and Nathan Snyder, along with fellow teammates and sibling Elle Snyder. Mia has been a constant presence on the back line for the Lady Panthers for the last 4 years and a captain for the last 3 years. Her school activities include Best Buddies, morning announcements, and Shop at USC. Mia was also a junior mentor and a student leader of the STARS program and is a member of the National Honor Society. When not playing soccer for her Beetling team, Mia volunteers with the Miracle League on their junior board and enjoys working out and hanging out with the girls on the soccer team. The best soccer advice she has received is play a little bit angry, which may have helped the girls win the state championship 3 years ago. Enjoy every second it goes by fast is the advice Mia would give a new player. Mia plans on attending college and studying international business. Mia Snyder. Ladies and gentlemen, please recognize once more our 7 outstanding seniors who stand before you with their most enthusiastic and devoted supporters, their parents. Our gratitude is extended to the parents, families, teammates, coaches, and fellow classmates of this exceptional group for their support of the Upper St. Clair girls soccer program. Seniors, we thank you for sharing your talents with us and for your contributions and leadership on and off the field. We salute you and we wish you all the very best in your future. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please give it up for the senior members of the 2018 Upper St. Clair High School varsity soccer team.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Upper St. Clair High School Stadium for tonight's soccer match between the Panthers of Upper St. Clair and the Blue Devils from Mount Lebanon. I'm Rob Mertz here with Gavin Williams. How are you, Gavin?
Wonderful, Rob. Congratulations to you and Kelly. Senior night is a special night, and let's hope the Panthers can take care of business here against their arch rivals down Route 19, the Mount Lebanon Blue Devils.
Yeah, it's a special night in a couple different ways for the Panthers tonight. First of all, senior night, as you mentioned, big night for the 7 girls who are on the field, the seniors who have represented St. Clair so well for the last 4 years. They have a chance tonight to get at least a share of the section title with a win here, and I'm sure they're going to be working hard towards that end.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Coach Gray at length last night, and the girls are really excited. I mean, this is a great opportunity. The way they started, you kind of wondered whether they'd have this chance, and to have it, really to control your own destiny in the last game of the season is a really a great accomplishment for the girls. They should be really, really proud.
Well, an interesting start there from Mount Lebanon. You see right away they're going very direct, and I'm sure they have a scouting report. Couple changes, big changes for the Panthers in the back. Elle Snyder not available. She's out with an injury. Mia Snyder also not available to play tonight. So across the back, you have a new-looking back four as Angela Belak getting her first start of the year coming off of injury. She'll start at left back. Gilbert and Bekeza at center back, and Kren on that familiar outside right spot for her. In the midfield, got the senior trio of Gibbons, Perry, and Mertz, and across the top, it's Madsen with Burlingame and Rocco. So we'll get to the action here. As I said, the Panthers going to have to deal with a little bit of a different personnel on the field. Lineup's the same, still playing a 4-3-3, but I think you'll see Mount Lebanon try to put pressure on that back four, be very direct in doing so. And that's what we saw right off that kickoff. So see if the Panthers can weather the storm and find their footing in this game as we get to the action here with Gibbons getting the ball in the midfield. Nikki turns out of a challenge, plays it wide on that far side of midfield to Kren, who's coming forward. She finds Madsen in the middle. James plays out wide to Rocco. Back to Madsen in the area now. Here comes Jane on it, but it's cleared out right to Gibbons, 40 yards out. She gets a hold of it, dribbles towards the near side. She's dispossessed, though. Perry will get on it and knock it back to Belak, who just plays direct one time up into the box. That ball's going to check up before it gets to the goalie, and it's played out over the touchline by Mount Lebanon, so a throw-in coming for the Panthers.
Pretty good build-up there, Rob. That was a bunch of good passes in a row started by Nikki from the defensive mid spot. Good sign for the Panthers early.
Here's Perry in towards the top of the box. Plays a ball to Rocco on that left foot. Crosses. Ball's cleared out, though. Top of the D. It comes past Gibbons. Belak shooting from distance, wide of the back post, and it'll go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, good stuff from the Panthers so far. Right now, they've been the aggressor. They've been winning the 50-50 balls, which is always a good sign for the Panthers early on. And probably most importantly, they've possessed and made very simple passes. Good build-up so far, and this is exactly what you want to see if you're looking for good signs for the Panthers in the early going.
So a goal kick from the Blue Devils comes in towards Mertz. Lalama heads it over her, and Bekeza gets a hold of it. Tries to keep it in on the far side. Ball comes to Perry now, and she knocks it out for a Mount Lebanon throw.
You know, Rob, the one thing to look for is obviously Casey and Angela both have plenty of experience playing. It's just a matter of some of the communication things that you get from playing together an entire season. That's probably the bigger concern for the Panthers.
So the Panthers right now, we mentioned the section title on the line. If they win and Peters wins, it's a tie at the top of the section, and they will be co-champions. If St. Clair can win and Peters ties or loses, then St. Clair will be outright champs. Here comes Madsen crossing a ball. Going to be a corner kick coming up as Kamenos was there for the Blue Devils to deny the cross, but a good play by Jane as she drove down into the channel and was able to force a corner kick.
Yeah, that's classic Jane using her pace down the flank. She pressured the defender, created a turnover, and almost a good opportunity there. First corner of the day, and this will be Landy Mertz taking it.
Landy with the run-up. Here's the kick. Played back post. Oh, Gibbons was there. Got a head on it, but couldn't get it on frame. And it rolls out to the near side. Cleared up the line to Belak. She's pressured immediately and forces a ball out of bounds. Be a throw for the Panthers. Angela takes the throw to Rocco. She turns into pressure, though. Is tackled immediately. Ball out again. They're going to say it was off of the Blue Devils. Panther throw quickly to Perry. In towards the top of the D. Lalama heads it out for Mount Lebanon. Comes to Gibbons. She'll turn near side and lay it back to Gilbert at midfield. Plays the ball wide to Burlingame. Inside on the dribble. Has Rocco wide. Goes that way. Going to chase it down to the end line. She'll be able to keep this in. Crosses with her left foot. Couldn't quite get enough on that, but earns a throw in down deep in the Mount Lebanon end.
Yeah, I think it deflected off Emily, unfortunately, and it'll be a Blue Devil throw.
Give that to the Blue Devils. So the Panthers here with some territorial possession in the last couple minutes, which is good to see.
Yeah, that was a really nice ball from Gilbert out of the back. That created something dangerous. Burlingame, nice ball. This is good stuff from the Panthers.
Belak on the dribble now. Loses possession, and here come the Blue Devils.
Oh, good stuff from Nikki dispossessing the counter.
Ball to Perry in the middle. As Mertz on her right side takes it. 30 yards out, wide to Madsen. Touch towards the area, but it's cleared up on that far touchline by Mount Lebanon. Jane gets on it again, plays to Landy. Nice turn top of the box. Wide for Madsen. Cuts it back onto her left foot. Touches a Landy at the corner of the area. On her left foot, shoots it, and that's going to be over the net. As the Panthers able to sustain some attack down that right side, but unable to get a good cross into the middle.
Yeah, the best opportunity was on Landy's corner. It was a really good deep corner because he was deep, but it was high enough that the keeper couldn't get a hand on it. Nicky almost had a header. It was a really good, dangerous opportunity for the Panthers.
Goal kick taken over Gibbons' head, and it comes to Belak in midfield. She just plays it one time up towards Nicky. Puts a pass wide to Burlingame. She heads down towards the end line on that left foot. Rocco in the middle. Crosses. Lalama was there for the Devils. And now Belak from 25 yards out. Shoots to the back post. Perry's there, and the goalie, almost went under the goalie. So good pressure. As you know, Angela, every time she gets the ball, she seems to want to go to net. And on a night like this, a little bit wet, that's probably not too bad of an idea in a lot of instances.
Yeah, she struck it well, and there was a little bit of a screen from Emily Rocco. There would have been a rebound had that ball been spilled, and it almost was.
Nice play by Perry there to come back and just poke a ball back to Bekeza. She'll play it up over midfield. There's Madsen. Skips into the Mount Lebanon back line. Madsen pressuring, though. Cleared up over midfield by the Blue Devils. And a foul called.
Ava finished a tackle trying to kind of come through the ball. So no advantage played. It will be a Mount Lebanon Blue Devil free kick here on their side of the field. So nothing dangerous, but love the aggression from the Panthers right now.
The run up and the kick is a short one. Burlingame gets ahead to it. Here's Rocca. Has Mertz running over midfield. Kamenos is able to head past Landy, though. And a heavy tackle there. Gibbons on the Llama. That's a heavyweight battle there. Two big girls, and they really rocked each other there.
I mean, Nicky's such a physical presence in the air, and it's difficult sometimes because if you happen to be in the way, you're going to get the worst of it. I don't want Nicky's aggression to be curbed at all. Those are the type of plays I want to see from her.
Here's a free kick up towards the top of the area. Knocked down by Bekeza, and Perry gets a hold of it. Cuts past one on the dribble. Has Mertz central. Goes that way. Here's Landy now.
Oh, great stop and go.
Has Burlingame on this near side. Cuts back on the dribble. Pays Perry on the right side. Has Madsen wide. Plays it into the box. Goes past the goalie. Here's Burlingame. Can she keep it in? She does, but the Mount Lebanon defender's there to clear it up the near touch line. And they'll cut it up towards midfield. Belak gets a hold of it. Heavy touch, but she's able to get on the ball. Here's Mertz. On the dribble now. Just takes the pressure away and passes back to Gibbons. Here's Rocco with it now. Cuts a pass to Mertz. As Madsen maybe looking to through ball for Jane. Down to the corner. Here's Jane. She's going to get on this. Ball's crossed into the area right there. Past the goalie, past Burlingame, and out the near side. Nice build up there from Landy and Jane, but we just couldn't put the finishing touch on it. Here's Burlingame down the near side into the channel. Ball played out, be a throw for the Panthers.
Rob, we've talked about this all year, but when the Panthers are at their most effective, they're not trying to do anything amazing. They're playing simple, possessing the ball, and making simple passes. That's all that happened there. And boy, was that a beautiful through ball from Jane. I can't believe it wasn't finished.
Lalama clears. It's deflected, though. It comes to Mount Lebanon heading towards midfield. They just play a long, direct ball up. Gianni out of her goal, but it's going to run well over the end line for a Panther goal kick.
If you're looking as a Panther fan at what your biggest concern would be, it is exactly what we just saw. Them getting caught up with numbers because they've had the bulk of the possession, the bulk of the territory. The quick counter on the long ball. It's worrisome because it's always worrisome, but it's also worrisome because without Mia back there in her closing speed, it makes it a little more difficult on the back end for the Panthers.
I would have to guess, Gavin, that Coach Gray has warned them about that. So
he talked about it last night with me. So yes,
good ball over top there from Burlingame down to Rocco in the air. He shoots on the left foot.
Oh, great
just
strike!
Past that back post as the Panthers again weren't quite able to get numbers in the box quickly enough. But that was a good hit from Emily Rocco. But she had an outswinging shape to that shot, and it just couldn't find a back post.
Well, they're calling a corner, so I don't know whether they're suggesting the ball was deflected in some way. I didn't see that, but it's a corner nevertheless.
The goalie would have been the only person, I think, unless there was a defender there.
It didn't look like the goalie got a piece.
The run up from Mertz. Again, back post. The Llama's there right in the middle of the goal to head out. Clear, but not totally out. Landy on the far side settles it down nicely. Comes in on the dribble. Puts one in the middle. It's Nikki. Shoots. Scores! Landy Mertz with the cross.
Oh,
Nikki
no, they waved it off.
They're going to say she's offsides. Wow, that was a really nice play as Nikki got in a good spot there and was able to finish to the near post, but it's all for naught as the offsides flag is up.
This is all great stuff from the Panthers. It's unfortunate that it was called offsides. The service was great. The finish was great. If the Panthers keep doing this, they're going to be in really good shape going forward. She's offsides.
She's offsides. No call from the ref. She was clearly offsides. He was in no position to make the call. Ball played back towards the middle, and Gianni's able to come out and grab it. So some big excitement here, but still the score line at 0-0, 29 minutes remaining in the first half.
I'm telling you right now, if Landy keeps putting balls up in the box of that type of quality, the Panthers are going to get goals because those are just, she's had, whether they be corner kicks or crosses, they've been perfect.
A little bit of ping pong being played here, back and forth. Far side now is Belak. They've switched her out to the right side. And the ball put through by Mount Lebanon. It's going to run too far for anyone, and it'll be a goal kick.
My guess, Rob, is that Mount Lebanon's striker on the right wing is the one with pace, and they're moving Marissa over there to counter it. That's my guess.
Well, we'll see what else Coach Gray has up his sleeve here as this game progresses. So, Bekeza with a goal kick. It's it long towards Gibbons. She can't win that first ball, but it comes to Perry on the second ball. Here's Burlingame. Cuts past one. Mount Lebanon will get on the end of this. They'll play it back to go forward. Kren's there to head it. And the ball comes back over her.
She's
and
off.
They're going to call offsides, and rightly so, as there'll be a free kick coming up for the Panthers.
Yeah, good stuff from Casey Bekeza, keeping her line. She was, very cognizant. I could see her turn when the ball was headed. So, that's another way to combat the, sort of long ball. You've got to really maintain your shape.
Kren will take this kick. She just takes it short to Gilbert. She's pressured immediately, though. And the ball comes to Gibbon. Lalama's able to dispossess her. Here come the Blue Devils with numbers. Ball played down deep into the corner. That's fortunate for the Panthers. And cleared out, be the first corner kick of the night for the Blue Devils.
All right, and this has been a bit of a reoccurring issue for the Panthers this season, defending set pieces. They've been a little better the second half of the season, but even when you're dominating territory, you've got to be clean in your own end in terms of getting balls out of trouble. This is, has cost them a couple games, and I'm hoping, it's something they've cleaned up, especially heading into the playoffs.
So here's the run up and the kick, 6-yard mid-goal. Gilbert gets ahead on it, and Madsen just volleys it up towards midfield in the center circle. The Blue Devils get a hold of it and pound it right back down into the top of the box. One hop comes right to Gianni. And she will prepare to punt this ball. Ball played to the center circle, and it comes all the way to Rocco, but her pass is a little off the mark, and the Blue Devils get a hold of it. Here's Gibbons now. Kamenos plays it long up towards Belak. She settles down and finds Mertz towards midfield. Cuts it back outside. Plays the ball down towards Madsen. Oh, almost past that outside back. Good job to knock that ball down from Landy. Here's Landy winning a ball in midfield on the dribble now. Tries to cut inside. And Perry comes up with it. Her pass is off the mark, though, and it'll come all the way to Belak on the far side. Lalama knocks it down with a header. And Angela battling on the far side, but Perry comes up with it. Cuts it inside. Has a square ball to Mertz. She takes it. Landy now on. Passes the ball to Nikki, who charges forward. Back to Landy. In towards the top of the D. Ball played to Rocco on the left foot. Shoots. But the ball was deflected. It's going to be a corner kick.
Yeah, and the Panthers' most dangerous opportunities so far today have been off the corners. This is from the opposite side of the field, but the way Landy struck the ball, I have a feeling these are going to continue to give them great scoring opportunities.
Well, with the in-swinging, she's on the side of the field where she can hit an in-swinger here. I'm guessing she's going to try to put this as tight to the goal as possible. Here comes the run-up. Ball's played back post. Bekeza was there. Madsen puts it back in the fray, but it's cleared by Mount Lebanon. And they'll be able to clear the area and get it up towards midfield now. Bekeza hustling back. She will win that ball, knock it out over the far touchline. It'll be a Mount Lebanon throw.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. Good back pressure from Casey. We got 2 subs.
Jen McKenzie coming in the game. Nikki Gibbons coming off. Nikki's been nursing an ankle injury.
Yeah, and she got hit. There was a tackle from behind that kind of looked like she was feeling it a little bit gimpy after that. So hopefully Nikki will be okay. She's obviously very important, and senior day, you like to see everybody get the reps that they deserve, especially from this illustrious and storied group for our Panthers.
Handball called on the Blue Devils, so Bekeza will have a free kick 8 yards inside the Panther half of the midfield stripe. So 24 minutes, no score here. Panthers did have a goal called back off sides. And the Blue Devils will come towards midfield, but nice work by Burlingame to come back, win a ball, and now turn up the near touchline as Mertz wide, Rocco in the middle, goes towards Rocco, ball's knocked down and cleared up centrally by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, very clever work from Ava up the wing there. Here comes Marissa now.
Wide towards Madsen, but that pass was just off the mark, easily picked by the Blue Devils. Bekeza goes long now, down towards the end line. This ball will get through. Madsen's there. Wins a tackle. Ball comes central back to Jane, off of her towards the end line. And they're going to say that it was a handball or offsides. Handball.
Good battle from Jane. She's given the left outside back all kinds of problems right now, and she's that's not atypical for her. She just has so much speed. It's very difficult to deal with. She's on you very fast.
Goal kick taken. Ball flicked on by Lalama, and all of a sudden it's put right back into the Panthers' back line. Gilbert comes forward, loses possession though, and Belak's there. Gilbert, nice recovery. Good job by her to not give up on that ball. Here's Mertz at midfield, knocks it down with a touch, cuts away from 2 defenders, goes wide on the far side, looks for Madsen, plays through. This ball will get through. Kamenos there, though, does a nice job to recover, but Jane, with that speed, is able to come in and give her some trouble. Here's McKenzie now, pressuring the Blue Devils. They'll get a hold of it, though, and knock it over the midfield line. Bekeza there for the Panthers, and Krenz on it. Ball played down the near side. Here come the Blue Devils. Gilbert defending. Down into the channel. Towards the end line, Gilbert's there. And is able to see it out for a goal kick. Very nice work there.
Yeah, Natalie Gilbert, the one thing that's probably been most impressive about her in her young Panther career is she has unbelievable poise as a freshman. She does not seem to get rattled, and when you're the last line of defense, that's a really good quality. I think she's going to be a great player.
Bekeza with the goal kick. Hit up towards that center circle. Mertz flicks a header on. Rocco's trying to turn. Pressured heavily, though. And Mertz in midfield, battling Lalama. Lalama will clear it up over the midline, and here come the Blue Devils. Ball played down to the near corner. Gilbert there again, though, and it'll be a throw-in for Mount Lebanon.
Tell you what, Rob, they're letting him play. There's been a very physical presence from Mount Lebanon in their back four on some of the 50-50 stuff, and I think some of them have been kind of borderline, foul, no foul. Be something interesting to watch going forward.
That throw is flicked on towards the top of the box. There's Lalama. She's trying to turn and shoot. She does, but easily handled by Gianni. I'm sorry, that was not Lalama on that. Gianni will come to the top of her area and put this ball into play. Big bounce here at midfield. Burlingame trying to settle it down and hold it up. She's able to do that and touched out by a Mount Lebanon defender for a Panther throw. Carson Bogan in the game. Ava Burlingame off for the Panthers.
Yeah, Carson's going to go up front. She's going to show off her ability to hold up play and distribute. She's very good at those things, and that's going to give a little bit of a different look for the Panthers.
Bekeza with it now. Plays Belak on that far side. She plays to McKenzie. Tries to find Madsen down the wing. Bogan pressuring and just played out over the touchline for a Panther throw. Under 20 minutes now. No score here. Throw taken down the line to Madsen. She's tackled off the ball, though, and Mount Lebanon will play central. Pass off the mark comes to Kren. Quick touch to Mertz on her run. Tries to play wide to Rocco. Landy back on her with the left foot. Shoots! Oh, it scores in that back post! What a shot! Landy came in and she pulled out the death ray and put that in that back post. Wow.
That is just an elite strike. I mean, plain and simple, you don't see goals like that.
Senior Landy Mertz.
Now, I mean, Landy's been spectacular in the early going. She got a little fortunate when the tackle came in winning it, but that's just an incredible strike. That's probably 25 yards out, left foot bending off of the inside of the right post side net, 1-0 Panthers. That's just glorious.
Yeah, nice work there. I believe it was Rocco or McKenzie that passed the ball, found Landy on that diagonal run, and she was able to get into the top of the box, and it seems like she only had one thing on her mind, and that was fire that ball.
So Landy's got quite a streak going of some spectacular goals. She's building up for the playoffs, and it's not a moment too soon because that is just beautiful.
Landy far side down the line. Bogan giving chase. Goalie out to the top of the box. Goalie slow to come off her line there. Panthers should write that one down in the notebook.
Yeah, it was almost unfortunate Jane wasn't up there because that may have been a goal.
Oh, yeah, Jane would have definitely got. Here's Belak now, wide to Mertz on the far side. Back to Belak. Ball runs under her. She'll have central pass to McKenzie. Here's Kren. Touches wide, near side, in front of the Lebo bench. Plays a nice ball down to Rocco. Continues a run, but the back end of the give and go just a little too far. This ball's going to stay in with a little bit of spin. Gilbert will go all the way back to Gianni. Really nice heads-up play there. Just takes some pressure out of the situation. Oh, the clearance, though, comes right to the Blue Devils. Ball nicely won by McKenzie. Here's Rocco. And the ball will come all the way back into Gianni. Easily handled. So 1-0 Panthers. A Landy Mertz goal with about 18 minutes remaining in the first half now. Here's Kren in front of the Panther
Beautiful.
bench. As McKenzie central. Tries to play. I'm not sure she was looking at there, but the simple pass was on to Jen McKenzie in the middle of the field. And that ball's off of Perry, so a throw coming for the Blue Devils.
Panthers are doing a pretty good job when they turn the ball over. They're closing down Mount Lebanon pretty quickly, not allowing for the quick counterattack or the long ball into the box. So those are good things for the Panthers. Like that.
Bekeza now wide, near side to Rocco. Down the line, looking for Bogan. This is probably going to run too far for Carson, but a nice effort to try to keep it in. Be a throw for the Blue Devils. Panthers stepping up here, seemingly having a mind to try to pin the Blue Devils in their own end.
I had the pleasure with sharing a workout with Carson on Friday morning, and I will give her credit. She is a hard-working young lady. That is for sure.
You've shared a lot of workouts, Gavin.
You know me. I like to work out, Rob. Those old legs aren't what they used to be, though.
Tell me about it. Here's Mertz in the center circle. She turns and dribbles over midfield. Has Perry central. That's Madsen wide. Jane's off sides right now. Plays it out that way. Ref didn't call it. Jane slides one into the top of the box. Rocco comes back. Wins the ball all the way back to Kren. Ball headed off Lama and off of Mertz and cleared up towards midfield. Bekeza is there. And now it's back to Gilbert. A little bit of ping pong. Ball played long over top. Rocco should have an opportunity here. She does. Knocks it down on the dribble in the corner. On that left foot down to the end line. Crosses. Goalie's there though. Drops it. Madsen.
Oh dear.
Right there. Some nervy moments for the Mount Lebanon keeper.
Yeah, she flat out spilled that. That probably should have been a goal from the Panthers. They sort of stopped their run, which you don't want to make contact with the goalie, but boy, that was very fortunate for the Blue Devils. Good job
by McKenzie to earn a throw-in for the Panthers.
I just love what the back four and whoever is in the kind of stopper position has been doing, whether it be Nikki or McKenzie. They're just really not allowing Mount Lebanon to possess the ball in any sort of counter with any time or space. Nice ball.
Nice through ball, yeah, from Perry to Rocco. Bogan back to Rocco, just a little hard on the back end of that give and go. But a nice idea from the Panthers there.
Yeah, right idea. Just weighted a little heavily. But again, the Panthers right now, in terms of their creativity of ideas, is just exactly what you'd hope.
Ball's thrown in by Mount Lebanon. They turn and play central. McKenzie there on Lalama. She goes wide on the far side, past her attacker, her intended target, and Belak will take a throw for the Panthers. Cleared back to the Upper St. Clair end as pressure applied by Mount Lebanon here. Gilbert's able to win a tackle, and it comes to McKenzie. Her clearance is deflected all the way back over the end line for a Panther goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50 sort of jostling there, and you could have called a foul on the Panthers. And again, that's why the long ball is so difficult to defend. If it bounces like that, you're sort of in no man's land. So the Panthers, that's probably the first time they've not really had numbers behind the ball like you'd like to see on the the long ball. That was a really long play, and so the Panthers have to be cognizant of that. That's why I think their best defense for that is to get a second goal.
Bekeza with the goal kick. Here's McKenzie now.
Really good back pressure.
She plays it up near midfield, but passes off the mark for Madsen, and Mount Lebanon will go wide on the far side. Long ball played. Kren gets in the way of that, and here comes Mertz. Mount Lebanon comes up with the ball in the center circle, though, but some good pressure forces them backwards. Now they'll come towards Kren. Ball off of her foot. Unfortunately for the Panthers, right to a Mount Lebanon player. From distance, they might have a chance at the corner of the area. They'll cut it back inside. Panthers have numbers, though. Lalama, she can hit it from distance. Favors the right foot, though, not the left foot. Ball deflects in towards Gianni. Kren's there, is able to knock it out the near side. Talk about nervy moments. Those were nervy moments, but very nice job from Marissa.
Well, it's just kind of a bad break, Rob. A clearance attempt hit off of a Mount Lebanon player and bounced pass towards a wide-open Mount Lebanon attacker. But hey, give Marissa credit. Your weak side defender is supposed to be on the back post. She was. She's very athletic, and she was very, very steady there, getting the ball out of trouble.
Long throw comes. Perry knocks it out. Rocco battling on the near side. Wins that battle. Has Bogan at midfield, but Kamenos will just knock it right back in. Here's Lalama with a header from Mount Lebanon. They're able to pull it down. McKenzie with a big tackle. Trying to win that ball away. She does. They're able to knock it back to Kren, who finds Rocco. Mertz in the middle of the field. And ball knocked out for a Panther throw 40 yards from the end line.
Panthers got to calm down a little bit and possess the ball. Get back to just, keeping the ball at their feet, making Mount Lebanon chase. They're getting a little frantic right now.
Here's Perry to Kren. Wins a tackle, comes in on the dribble. Now to the top of the corner of the area. Down towards the corner is Marissa. Crosses with that right foot. Ball's deflected on a header, though, goes out the backside and then up the middle of the field towards the midline. Gilbert's there now. Her header's a high one, and Mount Lebanon will get a hold of it at midfield. Looking to go forward. They play back, actually, to Lalama. She'll try to find a ball down into that channel. They're on sides here. The ball's going to check up and stay in. Kren giving chase. And the ball's knocked out for a throw-in. Nice job there, not giving up a corner kick.
And that's a lot of distance traveled by Marissa. She was just in the offensive zone serving a ball, basically on the Mount Lebanon goal line, got all the way back, basically on a 100-yard run. So give Marissa Kren a ton of credit. That's just a great effort.
That's in her job description, right? If she goes forward, she's got to get back.
No, it is. It's just awful. and she did it, and you don't get a goal for that, but that's great stuff.
11 minutes left. 1-0 Panther lead. Long throw coming for the Blue Devils. They'll try to flick a header on here is what I'm guessing. Ball played in towards the area. Big bounce over two people. Rocco's there. Can't clear. Gets it out of the area, but not out of the zone. Kamenos knocks one with that left foot all the way back up to Gianni. No problem for her to handle that one. It's wide of the goal. And Jules will hold on to this. Come to the top of her area. Looks like Gibbons and Burlingame ready to check back in. Ball's punted towards midfield. Lalama with the first ball. Second ball comes all the way back towards Bogan. She tries to hold it up. Can't do it. And here comes a long ball again from Lebo. That's what you're going to see all night. Out over that far touchline. Panther throw coming. So the substitutes, Gibbons and Burlingame in, Rocco and Bogan off. Gibbons will go up top now in that number 9 position.
This is going to be interesting with Nikki up top. It may force Mount Lebanon to either keep another number back or at the same time on the counter, they have to be cognizant because if Landy gets the ball with any sort of speed, she has a natural target once again. Oh, boy.
Foul at midfield by Perry as the referees do the little Whippeal two-step there, Gavin. Outside goes inside. Still don't know why they do that, but
I don't either, for a multitude of reasons.
So free kick. Played long towards the corner of the area, headed out by Gilbert.
Oh, beautiful.
And here's Mertz with a move around Caminos. Carries over on the dribble across midfield. Down the line for Madsen. Mount Lebanon's able to get there first and back over Perry's head to Bekeza. Panthers need to find a way to get some service in towards Gibbons. See if she can get her head on something. And a ball played out over the near touchline in front of the Panther bench. Be a throw for Kren coming up with 9 minutes remaining first half. That ball was thrown.
Oh, great turn.
And here comes Burlingame. Down the line, but no one making that run. It will roll out for a Mount Lebanon goal kick.
That's the second or third time that Burlingame has kind of made a beautiful tight turn on the sideline. And, the ball clearly slipped out of Marissa's hand, but if it was released before any sort of fall shy issue, then play on. Let's see if the Panthers can win a couple balls here, second ball in particular, and regain the territorial advantage.
Nice job by McKenzie to step up and do just that. Wins the ball to Burlingame. She's tackled heavily though, stays on it. As Mertz square, but her pass is a soft one, and Lalam is able to step up and take it. Belak on that far side, but it comes all the way over to Gilbert on the near side. Clears it up the line. Burlingame should be able to keep this in. She does. Turns. Has Gibbons in front of her. Dribbles towards the middle of the field. Plays a pass to Landy. Right at midfield. Cuts past one defender. Gets a hold. Dribbles over midfield. She'll just lay it back into Bekeza now. She is tackled. And here comes Lalama. Mertz giving chase down that far side. Good job at Landy. She just outran Lalama and got to that ball first.
And that's just great back pressure. That's all effort.
Mertz goes up the line. Ball out. Be a throw in for the Blue Devils. 7:20 now. 1-0 Panther lead. Be nice to get another one before halftime.
Yeah, Panthers got to start reconnecting. I feel like there's a bit of a gap right now between the mids and the back four, and they're just not connecting like they were earlier. I'd like to see them come back a little deeper into midfield and try to connect and short, simple passes, possess like they were doing early on in this match.
Ball thrown in towards Perry, and Belak now. Her clearing attempt, though, up the line is knocked back out of bounds. Be another throw for Angela. Up towards Jane. Ball headed centrally. And off of Perry, be a throw coming up for the Blue Devils. We mentioned Lalama's name a number of times. Julia Lalama, a senior from Mount Lebanon. She'll be playing soccer next year at Lehigh University.
It's a great school.
And Gibbons plays a ball over the far touchline and be a throw for the Blue Devils.
Well, speaking of that, Rob, I'd be remiss if we didn't congratulate Jane Madsen, committed to Penn State University today for track. It's really quite a feather in her cap. Congratulations to Jane.
Here's Mertz now. Shoots from distance with that left foot on the goalie. Right on target, but right into the breadbasket of the Mount Lebanon keeper.
Good stuff. That's absolutely what you want to see. This goalie has been a little shaky with some of her catching, and keep peppering her.
McKenzie knocks one down. For Mertz, has a little bit of time on the ball.
That's the ball.
Finds Gibbons. Has Madsen out on the far side. Good through ball down towards the end line. Got to get bodies in the box. Burlingame's there. Oh, just past her foot as Madsen put a ball right through the crease again. Ava just couldn't quite get to it.
Well, the two perfect things there were Landy possessed the ball, played a really nice ball to Nikki. Nikki played a gorgeous through ball to Jane. Jane did exactly what you wanted her to do, cut it against the grain for a trailing attacker. And, I mean, that's as close as you can be. That's a tap-in if Ava gets there.
5 minutes remaining here, first half. Throw in taken, and the ball comes to Mertz, 40 yards from the end line. She'll just knock it back to McKenzie. One more to Bekeza. Up towards the D. There's Gibbons knocking it down. Oh, she's taken down heavily. They're going to call a trip, as that absolutely was. So Panthers are going to have a free kick about 25 yards from the end line. Looks like perhaps Landy will handle the duties here. I think the key for this, Gavin, is just have to keep this below the bar. The worst thing you can do is hit this over the goal.
I have no problem with Landy going direct here. She scored from a little closer than this, but honestly, with the screening and you might have a tap in. It looks like Mount Lebanon's going to pull up, try to get him offside.
The shot! Off
great.
The crossbar. Off of the soccer crossbar, then up into the football crossbar. So that was just that close for the Panthers looking for their second goal. 4 minutes left now. Lexi Worley checking in. Ava Burlingame coming off.
Boy, that was a heck of a strike from Landy. The unfortunate part was it didn't hit the bar and come back out because the Panthers had the next two girls in ready to sort of head it home.
Here is Kren putting the ball all the way back to Gianni. She'll play a long ball, but Mount Lebanon gets there first. And Bekeza does a good job to come up and win one. Here's a ball through Gibbons. Cleared back up into the Panther end. Gilbert on it now. As she comes forward, McKenzie drops back, tries to cover her spot, and here's Landy again, able to win a ball with some back pressure and play it all the way back to Gianni. Mount Lebanon winning a lot of these first balls on the Panther clearances.
Yeah, I mean, part of that is, you get tired as the half progresses, but I actually would like to see the Panther defenders do a better job in their distribution, not just boot it.
Here's Mertz trying to keep it in. Does a good job, wins a ball to Perry, and Belak will knock it up towards midfield. Madsen applying some back pressure. Ball down the line. Mertz now cuts past one defender. On the dribble. Pokes a ball up nicely to Gibbons at midfield. She tried to find Landy on a return pass, but the ball's behind her, and here come the Blue Devils. Field is switched all the way to the near side. Kren's able to shield and tries to win a ball. She does. Gets out towards the Panthers bench. Worley with her first touch of the game. Ball behind Kren, but Landy's there to clean it up and dribble over this near side of midfield. Has Perry squared. Nice ball. Here comes Haley on the dribble. Plays a ball down looking for Jane in the channel, but the ball just too short. And over the far touchline, going to be a Mount Lebanon throw as the clock ticks down to 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Yeah, Mount Lebanon, Gavin, has been, their most dangerous moments have just been direct moments where there's maybe been a mistake or two by the Panthers and they get an opportunity. They really haven't had a clear-cut shot on goal yet, but here's a ball down the line. Madsen and Kamenos is there, and it went off of Jane, so it's going to be a throw for the Blue Devils with 90 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers have certainly done what you'd expect them to do, the dominance in possession, the dominance in territory. But, as we know, Rob, one-goal matches are frightening, and the next goal, should the Panthers get it, is just going to be massive because it really changes the complexion of this game.
Worley to Mertz. Cuts the ball past Lalama, wins a tackle, plays wide for Madsen, crosses, but didn't get much on that. Goes over the end line, going to be a goal kick. Yeah, the Panthers certainly have had their chances. We can easily remember two balls that were sliced right through the crease by Jane. Just couldn't be steered onto net by the Panthers. So they've had their chances for sure in this first half to extend this lead.
Yeah, I mean, Nikki had a great header look. Emily Rocco with a strike just right of the post. So the Panthers have, I think, been doing largely the right stuff tonight. Just a little more quality, a little more desperation in the final third.
30 seconds remaining. Good
great
pressure
step
there from Gibbons. Cuts past one, but her touch is heavy, and Kamenos will clean it up over midfield. 20 seconds remaining. Ball played down the line, knocked out by Belak. Over Bakeza's head. Look out here as the Panthers are in a little bit of disarray. 10 seconds remaining.
8, 7,
Ball thrown to the top of the area. It's going to get crossed here, out and over everyone. So the score will be 1-0 at halftime. We'll be back for second half action. All right, and we're back for second half action. 1-0 Panther lead as we head into the second 40 minutes of play in this very important game for the Panthers. Again, the section title, or at least a share of the section title, is on the line here tonight for the Panthers. So Bogan is going to start up top this half. Same back four for the Panthers. Gibbons in the game. Madsen and Rocco on the outside. Here's Gibbons now, wins the ball, plays to Mertz. She goes wide to Madsen on that far side, or near side, sorry. Nice cross with that right foot. There's Bogan, ball cleared out though. And it comes past a charging, on-rushing Gibbons, and Landy will find it. On the dribble now. Good ball up to Bogan. She's looking for Landy on the back end of that give and go. And here's Mertz. Square ball for Perry. Big touch, though. Comes back to Haley. And near side, good battle from Madsen. Wins a ball to Kren. On the dribble. Cuts inside on her left foot now. In towards the top of the D. Cuts, wants to find that right foot. Lays it back to Mertz. Cuts past Lum on the right foot. Shoots. Going to that back post. Good save by the goalie to get over there and parry it off the ground. Rocco now trying to see it out for a corner kick. And they will call corner kick.
Yeah, she thought it was across the line. Is it a goal? They just call it. Now they're going to call it.
Well, the referee in this corner is calling corner kick.
Oh, okay, good.
The other guy, yeah.
Because Emily Rocco seemed very vehement that the ball had gone out across the line for a corner. All right,
so it is a corner, and with it being on this side of the field, it is an in-swinging opportunity for Landy.
And let's not kid ourselves, Rob. They've had a lot of good chances on corners so far tonight.
Gibbons looming outside the goal box. Going to try to run onto this one. Here's the kick. There's Gibbons. Lalama there too. And a whistle's blown as Nikki ran through the Mount Lebanon defender. Got to be aggressive there, though. I don't mind that.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I sometimes say Nikki, I think, gets the benefit of a bad whistle because of her size, but that was a foul.
So a free kick coming out right from the 6-yard line. Perry booms it back into the Mount Lebanon penalty area, and the goalie will scoop that one up. Ball punted in towards Perry. She knocks it down with a header, gets her own second ball. Here's Belak now. Ball down towards the end line. This might check up enough for Madsen. She gets down there. Crosses. Ball they're going to say was out of bounds. Almost for Janen, but again, she got a good cross off, even though it went over the line there. She is becoming very adept at getting some quality service.
And that's a huge skill for somebody with her pace, because all you do is just play the ball that way, and Jane's going to run it down most of the time.
Here's Bakeza at midfield.
That's
wide
good service. Good
to
job.
Rocco on the far side. As Mertz going wide on a run, plays it out to Landy. Cuts it back now. Now towards the end line. Landy back post. No one home for the Panthers. There's Madsen battling now. Trying to win a foot race, and she does. But the pass is off the mark, and Mount Lebanon will clear it up over midfield to Kren on the far side. She would have time to turn, but plays it back to Gianni. Passes it out to Gilbert. Under immediate pressure, ball launched up to midfield. Knocked back into the Panthers' end. And now to Bakeza. Good ball there from that Mount Lebanon attacker. Sort of caught Bakeza off guard, but she's able to get back. And here's Perry now. Trying to find Madsen. Again, playing in front of that defender. Got to get that ball over top.
Boy, Natalie Gilbert, really strong work out of the back and held the ball up, no less.
Again, there's another ball from the Panthers that failed to get past that back line.
And those are hard balls to play, Rob. It's kind of why I'd like him to possess at feet here, which is exactly what has happened here. And here's Landy.
Landy on the right foot now. Oh, good through ball down to Madsen, trying to find her at the end line, just a little too hard. Good idea. Maybe the angle wasn't quite right there.
But that's what I want to see. I want to see the ball at the feet, show off that superior skill, and the Panthers have done a really good job when they've been focused on it to possess the ball, make Mount Lebanon chase, and the Panthers have so much creativity in that midfield that it's just a great way to attack.
Mertz gets a header on that first ball. Madsen puts it back in towards Bogan, who's causing some trouble, is able to shield the ball back to Mertz now. On her right foot, cuts outside in the dribble, plays Madsen down to the corner. Jane would have done well to take a touch there as her hips were facing away from goal, but she still was able to get the ball in the near post, an easy pickup for the goalie.
Yeah, the Mount Lebanon goalie's been busy, Rob. Really she's had to handle the ball a lot, which is not ideal, obviously, if you want to win a soccer match. But the Panthers had a lot of pressure.
Kren just overpowering, coming out of that outside back spot, but Mount Lebanon can get a hold of the ball.
Yeah, that was a heavy touch right there.
Ball off of Rocco and out for a Mount Lebanon throw. 5 minutes gone in this second half. Panthers holding on to a 1-0 lead. But generating opportunities here already in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about it. It feels like, just based upon territory, possession, opportunities, it feels like it should be a 3-4-0 scoreline. But we've seen this happen too much, Rob, to get real comfortable or excited. The Panthers need to net a goal here.
Yeah, because it's only going to take one chance for Mount Lebanon to possibly equalize in this game. There's Lalama, who scored a goal against the Panthers in the first game. Now Madsen at midfield. Gibbons. Plays to Gilbert. Is able to find Mertz at midfield. Ball runs past her, though. And Lalama will spin out of a challenge and come towards midfield. Ball down into the corner of the area. Belak there for the Panthers. Mount Lebanon on it. Trying to see it over the end line. They do, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, and this is why a 1-0 scoreline is so frightening, because, one little misstep, one little counterattack opportunity, you have a set piece, which has sort of been an Achilles heel for the Panthers. The Panthers cannot let the ball bounce in their box or anywhere near their box. That's when things happen. Panthers have to be proactive, win the head ball in the air, and get it out of danger. And that's what I want to see from the Panthers here. Win that first ball and second ball.
Get some big bodies in the box, do the Blue Devils here. Ball served, mid-goal, and it goes in.
Own goal,
I believe that was
Nicky
an own goal. And Mount Lebanon is able to equalize, as I think maybe Nikki might have come back trying to head that ball and put it in her own net. But, okay, so the Panthers have their work cut out for them here with 32-24 remaining. Mount Lebanon off of a set piece is able to equalize. Really certainly their only chance this half.
Yeah, and again, you hate to harp on it, but, two things that have befallen the Panthers this season are, failing to convert opportunities when they get them, whether it be quality or desperation in the final third, and certainly set-piece defense. They've just not done well enough.
So that goal will give the Blue Devils some new life, and the Panthers need to find a way to respond if, in fact, they want to assure themselves a piece of the section title. Here's Gilbert now coming forward out of her own penalty area. Now Lebanon just plays a quick ball up towards Gibbons. She's able to knock a header back near Madsen, but Lalama will come forward. Good back pressure from Jane's, able to win a ball to Gibbons. She looks for Bogan. Carson will hold this up. cut past Kamenos, and Landy gets on the ball. Her touch, though, luckily for that Mount Lebanon defender, comes inside, and Landy's going to get called for a trip or Nikki for a push or something.
Yeah,
there,
I think it was Nikki for a push. Nikki's complaining that she was getting obstructed, which I think she probably was, but she made it way too obvious that, with the two-hand shove extended. I think if she'd have just battled for the ball, she may have gotten that call.
Free kick taken. Header won by Gibbons. There's Perry. Belak will clear it up to midfield. Ball over Bogan's head. And headed back into the middle for Perry. Here's Kren right on the near touchline. Pulls the ball back. Is able to play it to Mertz in the center circle. She cuts outside. Has Rocco down the line. Landy,
Wow.
nice step over move. Cuts inside on the right foot now. 30 yards out towards the middle of the field. Two defenders. Oh, tried to find Madsen. Pass is picked off, and Kren will just float one into the box. Get a chance to get on this, but no, it bounces out over that end line for a goal kick.
Panthers got to start making some proactive runs. Landy was putting on the Ritz there. I think she was frustrated that she really wasn't getting the options to lay it off, somebody to play a through ball. I know you have to worry about offsides, but you got to try to make a timed run, give Landy some options there.
Goal kick's taken off of Perry, and it comes wide to Rocco. Has Bogan inside. Lays a ball down in the corner for Rocco. She's going to try to get on the end of this. She cannot, though. It rolls over the end line. Be a goal kick again for the Blue Devils. Under 30 minutes now. 1-1 the score.
Yeah, Panthers got to maintain their poise and play their game. Obviously, they seem to have the desperation back in terms of trying to win balls and play a physical game, but you have to play soccer too, and they have to get back to what they do best.
Perry battling on the far side. Belak comes up with it, passes quickly to Rocco, into Bogan, back outside to Rocco. Crosses to the middle, comes right to Mertz. She'll just knock it back to Gibbons. Simple ball to Bekeza. Is able to find Landy again, but she's pressured immediately and knocks it back to Gilbert. She comes forward, pass off the mark though, and the Blue Devils come up with it. Here's Belak coming forward, wins a ball. Looks for Madsen on the near side. That pass is picked off though and knocked up in the air by the Blue Devils. Comes to Kren, takes a quick throw to Madsen down the line. She tries to knock a ball in towards Landy, and it's cleared out by Mount Lebanon, be a Panther throw right at midfield.
Yeah, I mean, Mount Lebanon, you can see where they struggle. When the Panthers are really alert and pressuring, they just don't have the ability to connect from the back line to the midfield. But the Panthers have to do something with, when Mount Lebanon bunkers back, the Panthers have to have, the ability to attack. And I think the way they do that is to switch fields and, play a little bit horizontal before they go vertical. I think they did it well in the first half.
Throw taken short. And Lama tries to go out the far side, but Rocco's there. Gibbons, quick pass to Perry at midfield. Tries to find Jane. But Mount Lebanon will play it back into the Panthers' back four. Gilbert now.
Yeah, see, they need to possess the ball here. Going a little too direct. This is good from Carson. That is fine.
Gilbert with the ball in her own end. Plays to Bekeza at midfield. Wide to Kren in front of the Panther bench. Has Madsen down the line. She cuts inside off the dribble. Tries to find Bogan. It comes to Perry, who shoots from distance. And that's wide and high of the frame. So a goal kick coming up.
But that's okay, Rob. That's better. Play back, and then a simple pass, Gilbert to Bekeza, right to Marissa, and all of a sudden they were at the 20-yard line in an attacking position. That's what they need. Go vertical, go backwards if you need to, but you don't need to go so direct. Just possess the ball and be patient.
Landy wins a header right back into the top of the Blue Devil penalty area, but that ball's volleyed out over Belak's head on the far side. Down the line, Bekeza giving chase for the Panthers. This is going to roll out for a throw-in. 5 yards from the end line. And Ava Burlingame checking back in for Carson Bogan. 26:15 remaining in the second half. If the scoreline remains tied, we will go to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers right now, it's pretty clear the Mount Lebanon back line is content to play kickball. The Panthers have to not let them get caught up in that game and, play your skill game. And that, it's hard to do sometimes because the game looks ragged. That's good, though. Really good right there.
Belak over midfield. Perry giving chase and knocks the defender and the ball out of bounds. Throw coming for the Blue Devils. Kept in on the far side by Rocco. Pass comes to Mertz. Madsen's moved up top now. Mertz gets past Lalama on the dribble. Wide to Burlingame, down into the channel. First touch towards the end line. She's ridden off the ball, though. It's going to be a corner kick as the Mount Lebanon defender was last to touch it.
Yeah, and again, it's been Landy facilitating from the midfield spot. I've often thought that Landy's at her most effective when she's on the flank. This may be the best I've seen her play from Central. She's been just really confident on the ball tonight and really good facilitating.
So a corner kick coming. Another chance here for the Panthers. Be nice to get one back. Mertz with the service. Near post. There it is. It goes in. Gibbons was there to nod that ball in. Nikki Gibbons scores from Landy Mertz's corner, and the Panthers regain the lead.
Lady Panther goal scored by Nikki Gibbons off an assist by Landy Mertz.
Well, Rob, we've talked about it how many times. Landy's been so dangerous on the corners tonight, and Nikki's just such an outstanding target person. She came in untouched, and she just cut through two Mount Lebanon defenders wide open. I think she chested it in as opposed to heading it, but side net left, 2-1 Panthers, and that is an enormous goal. The Panthers now, this is an interesting position, Rob. They need to keep attacking like this is a tie game. They can't do what they were doing in the stretch that they gave up the goal and get passive. They have got to keep attacking.
Yeah, I think they got to stay positive and stay on the front foot. Don't play deep. Don't get your back line sucked too far back, and hopefully they can do that here. As Nikki, she came in on that, just a big target and such a big body as she comes in there. I agree with you. It either came off the chest or the thigh or something. Here's a ball thrown into the box by Mount Lebanon. Dangerous turns on it. Not much of a shot, though, and Gianni's able to grab that and fall on top of the ball.
I mean, desperation is what you need, Robin. I just think sometimes the Panthers don't have that desperation in their own box in the final third, and that's when you need it the most. That if there's one thing I can see that this team lacks, it's that. And not having Mia in there tonight is obviously a big deal because she's the one who probably possesses it.
Well, and they're going to need some grit here in this last 24 minutes to see this one out. You figure Mount Lebanon will throw the kitchen sink at them.
Yeah, which I think why they need to be as desperate as they were trying to win balls and doing the offensive things they were doing when the game was tied. You got to basically ignore the scoreline and just play.
Great battle there from Mertz as the ball comes down the near side to Lalama, who just plays it down into the box. It's headed, though, centrally by Belak.
You might get a foot on it, too.
Gibbons on the ball. Does well to shield and turn it up the field and goes out off of, they said that Ava knocked it off of Mount Lebanon, so it's going to be a Panther throw.
Yeah, it actually, what was called was a foul, a trip. I think they were waiting to see if the Panthers had advantage, but
there we go.
What's interesting is Nikki made a really smart play there. She was kind of in a position, she was trying to be aggressive where she could have gotten a foul in a really dangerous spot, and she disengaged. Really smart from the senior.
First ball off that free kick won by Lalama. Here's Mertz now. As Gibbons running up through that line, plays it wide to Burlingame here. She dribbles in centrally. He's tackled by Lalama, though, and the ball's deflected off of her. It goes all the way to the far side and just played simply over top. There's Gilbert. Knocks it back to Gianni. Blue Devils giving chase again. Kren into the top of the area. Shields for Gianni to come out and grab that ball.
Yeah, good job by both parties there. Marissa to shield, Jules to come off her line, be proactive. And, Jules is going to have a big part in trying to see this game out. She's going to have to be almost like an additional defender, and she's going to have to be really, really aggressive on some of those long balls Mount Lebanon plays into the box.
Nice flicked header by Gibbons. Comes all the way to Madsen. But that's cleared out by Mount Lebanon. Here's Kren on the dribble. Into the Blue Devils' end. Goes wide on the far side. Looks like maybe Mertz out there. Crosses left foot into the areas. Burlingame just scored! Ava Burlingame puts one in on senior night. Great play there as Kren came forward, found Mertz wide, and landed with that left foot, put it right on the back post.
Goal scored by senior Ava Burlingame off an assist by Landy Mertz.
Well, there's a lot to talk about on that, Rob. The first thing is Marissa Kren is so dangerous down the flank. No matter what side of the field she's on, her athleticism is very standout. But she showed some maturity there. It was a beautiful ball, simple, just laying it off to Landy. Landy's crosses have been so good tonight. That one was great. And the finish should not be overlooked there because that ball bounced up. It was basically a left-footed half volley from Burlingame. Just beautiful stuff. And probably the best part about this, Rob, is 3 goals from the Panthers tonight, all from seniors on senior night. 3 different girls. That's just exactly what you want to see.
Yeah, I agree with that 100% on senior night. That's good stuff, Gavin. So here we are with 21 minutes remaining. 3-1 Panther lead. Perhaps a little bit more room to breathe now as Belak knocks that off a Mount Lebanon attacker, and it'll be a Panther throw.
Yeah, Rob, the 2-goal margin in soccer is just a massive difference. Tactically, it changes everything your opponent has to do. A 1-goal game, you can still play the system you were playing, not really change anything or push numbers forward, knowing that, you're 1 goal out. 2 goals is big in soccer, and Mount Lebanon's going to have to commit numbers forward.
It was really nice to see Ava, in particular, and the Panthers in general, be able to finish a move like that as the ball comes in from the flank. It's put in a good spot, and they're able to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, really a nice finish. That's a high-quality adjustment, left-footed, off foot. Ava's played a really strong game tonight. I was glad to see her get that finish.
So here's a goal kick from Bekeza. Goes all the way up over midfield and out for a Mount Lebanon throw as the clock ticks under 20 minutes now. Bekeza booms it over midfield. Madsen there. Mertz trying to run on this at the top of the box. Try to cut past LaLama. Just can't do that. Good pressure there, though, from Landy.
She got unlucky. She toe-poked it, and it just happened to hit the defender.
Uh-oh, the referee plays mannequin there, and Landy on it now. Touched out for a Panther throw far side. Oh, ball played past, I think that's Belak on the far side. Here come the Blue Devils. Gilbert out to defend. Ball's cut inside fortuitously for the Panthers there. The Mount Lebanon attacker sort of slipped as she cut inside, and Gilbert was able to get the best of that.
Yeah, and Angela did a good job running back. One thing we've seen consistently tonight, back pressure has been excellent. When you make a mistake, you don't sulk. You get back into the play. Panthers hit numbers behind the ball and disrupt the counter, which is the scariest thing Mount Lebanon has.
Panthers with some speed up top now with Madsen. Mertz back, wins a ball to Belak, who looks up over midfield. Jane is able to force a pass out of bounds, be a Panther throw as Worley checks back into the game for Rocco, who will give way.
Yeah, Lexi's a good person to put in at this stage. She plays with so much effort, and when the team starts wearing down your opponent, Lexi's a good person to put in because she's going to put pressure on you, and that's not who you want to see coming in the game when you're tired.
She is very enthusiastic. That's a word I would use, both on and off the field.
Well, you love that.
Yes, so we need that enthusiasm right now as the Panthers try to manage this game and see this one out. Good ball put through by LaLama. Behind Bekeza here. Gianni off her line. Gilbert gets back. Ball in the middle still. Gianni's there. They can't get a handle on it. Now it's shot and scores as Mount Lebanon is able to take advantage of some chaos in the back for the Panthers.
I thought the original attacker was well offsides, and that's what Upper St. Clair is arguing now. It looked like number 3 was well offsides when the play was made, but
Number 22, Bridget Casti.
Mount Lebanon goal scored by Bridget Casti.
I think.
Thank you.
So, yeah, I mean, obviously the Panthers should have done a little bit better job closing that down. I think they got a little frantic, but I do believe she was in an offside position, and the Panther backs, especially Marissa, are very upset because I think they thought they had a pretty high line.
There's Landy dancing past a couple of defenders in towards the top of the area, but cleared out and all the way back to Becazel. Let's give some credit to Mount Lebanon. It was a really nice ball from Lalama there. She just put it in behind our back four, and it was the chase was on. But the drama creeps back into this one. Here's Burlingame, and it goes out for a Panther throw. 3-2 now with 17:10 remaining in the second half.
Yeah, it never can be easy, can it, Rob?
Ball cleared up towards midfield, and you know what's coming from Mount Lebanon now. They're just every chance they get, they're going to bomb. Becaza long in towards Caminos. She heads it down into the middle. Perry's header comes back to Caminos, and Gibbons will knock it over the touchline for Mount Lebanon throw. Taken quickly in front of the Panther bench. Kren there, she's going to get called for pushing in the back.
Yeah, she's still frustrated from the offsides call. The Panthers have to do a better job of maintaining their poise when they get frustrated. Sometimes it's very evident, and they don't want to be taking fouls right now. They want to be possessing the ball, playing their game, and trying to get a fourth goal. Nothing else should be a focus right now for the Panthers.
I did not see offsides on that play. Gavin,
Oh, see,
but, but I'll have to go to the tape.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not guaranteeing there was offsides. It looked like it, and the Panthers defender sure thought so.
Here's Worley, far side, tries to put it up towards Madsen, but the pass is short, and here come the Blue Devils, who really at this point have nothing to lose. This game really doesn't mean much at all for them except some possible seeding implications.
Upper St. Clair Mount Lebanon always means something, Rob.
Here's Burlingame, cuts inside on the dribble, has Madsen in front of her.
That would
She's
be a
tackled
foul.
heavily, and it'll be a free kick coming up for the Panthers. Taken quickly, Mertz wide for Kren. Touches into the top of the area. There's Burlingame. Plays it back to Mertz. And Lalama will get a hold of it now. Passes it right to Perry, though. Shoots from way out. That's 40-plus yards. And
I'm assuming she didn't know where she was on the field. That's a bit hopeful.
Worley far side battling, applying pressure, but Lebo's able to play the ball up towards midfield. Panthers still with a 1-goal lead here. Burlingame's tally is looming large. Here's Kren, wide for Burlingame. Back to Marissa. She's able to reach back and grab that ball and come forward, but she's dispossessed now, and here come the Blue Devils. Becaza wins a ball, though. Gibbons. She's
Good
tripped,
Lord.
and that will be a free kick for the Panthers.
So this is a pretty dangerous spot here, Rob. This is one where, it's I mean, obviously you're looking for Nikki's head, but there's a lot you can do with this. You can play low. You can play sort of I'm expecting the high floater that's been so effective from the corners.
Good ball, back post. Goalie's there, though, about 5 yards out. She's able to catch that as it just went over Gibbons.
Well, that time Mount Lebanon did do a good job shadowing Nikki. She was bodied the entire way, did not get a clean look.
Well, there should have been others, though, right? Can't just be Nikki. Got to get a couple other bodies heading towards the goal, get across in front of that goalie, make it hard for her to catch that ball. Substitution coming up for Mount Lebanon. Clock ticking down to about 13:30 remaining in the second half. I won't say in the game yet, Gavin.
Smart man.
Belak plays a ball. Ends up near Mertz, and Lalama is on it for the Blue Devils. Here comes Landy and forces a clearance up. Oh, it bounces past Kren. I think it actually hit Marissa, and it went out. It's going to be a Mount Lebanon throw.
Yeah, it did. Took a bad hop, and that's sort of an unfortunate break for the Panthers. They got to have to be very proactive here in their marks.
Panthers looking to regain that 2-goal lead.
Yeah, smart from Jules.
The clock is definitely in their favor right now, but they need to keep playing their game. Be nice to get Jane involved a little more. When she's out on the right side, she seemed to be finding more opportunities. Up top in the middle, haven't been as many chances for her to receive the ball.
Well, those are tougher balls to play, Rob, because you have the goalie to worry about. You can send her all the way down to the end line on the flank. Trying to play a through ball or over the top, if you get it over the defenders, you have the goalie to worry about. I like Jane better on the flank, especially the way she served the ball tonight.
Header won by Belak, and Mount Lebanon comes up with it. Near side. Poor touch there, though, and the pass is off the mark as a result. Here's Kren now, finds Mertz. She's able to get past Lalama. Landy just knocks it back to Marissa. She's on the dribble now, inside on that left foot. Has Perry to her left. Tries to play to Madsen, but Mount Lebanon gets a hold of it and goes out on that far side. Gilbert now.
Very nice from Natalie.
Here's Bekeza. Her long ball comes right to Lalama. And she'll just knock it up down this near touch line, over the line, though, and it's going to be a Panther throw. 11 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I'd like to see Casey have a little more patience with that ball. Natalie did a good job to play, give her a lot of space. Oh, boy.
Ball off the throw. Comes right to Mount Lebanon. Perry's wayward pass, and Jules will let this one go out for a goal kick. It looks like Madsen has been switched. Coach Gray heard us talking up here. She's been switched to the right side again with Burlingame going up top.
Yeah, Coach Gray knows what he's doing, and he clearly understands that Jane has been so dangerous down the right flank, and especially when the defense starts to get tired, Jane can run forever. And so that's, I think that's going to be an interesting thing to watch in the last 10 minutes here.
Lama wins the first ball off the goal kick, but it comes to Perry. Here's Madsen.
Oh, good touch. And here she goes.
Jane on the run. Kamenos is able to come over and knock it off of Jane, though. It's going to be a Mount Lebanon throw in. They take it quickly down the line. Good job there by Kren to force a poor touch, and it'll be a Panther throw now.
Yeah, Marissa's really fired up this half. She's playing very, very aggressive.
Ball comes to Landy. Immediately pressured, but she's able to stay on it in front of the Panther bench. Knocks it back to Marissa, into Haley. Wide for Landy. Oh, nice little pass. Here comes Mertz again, coming wide. Oh, and Perry gets tackled. Alama comes forward. Only one attacker up. And Gilbert's going to get on the end of this pass and just knock it right back down into the Mount Lebanon end.
Yeah, good job by Nikki to back pressure and disrupt that pass. It was a little concerning.
Here's Belak now.
Good job from Belak just to play it to Nikki. Keep the ball. Very nice.
Bekeza with it.
That's the ball.
Nice
Beautiful.
pass to Mertz. Threaded the needle there. Wide to Madsen. Here comes Jane inside on that left foot. Crosses. No one home in the middle, though. And now the ball's cleared in towards Gibbons. Gets past her. Here come the Blue Devils. Kren's able to apply a tackle, though, and get a hold of the ball to Mertz.
Good
Wide
ball.
for Madsen. Heavy touches. Jane comes back inside, able to find Landy. Oh, and a give and go was on. But Mount Lebanon's able to clear. Back up over midfield. 8.5 remaining. Here come the Blue Devils. Down that far side. Gonna might have a chance to cross here. Gilbert's there. Ball's cut in. Watch out. Belak's there to apply a tackle. No foul given as the Lebo was looking for it. Their fans certainly were. But Keza right at the near post, able to head, but not out of the zone. Ball played in towards the D. Gibbons knocks it up. Still not out of the zone.
Oh, good stuff from Nicky. Way to stay with it.
Far side, here's Burlingame taking a hit to make a play. Worley down the line and relieves the pressure.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Usually I'm a possession guy, but at that point, time to steady things a little bit.
Worley again volleys centrally. Landy trying to win a ball. Does, but does actually Ava who knocked it back. Lebo will get a hold of it again. Panthers had the pressure there to cause a turnover, but just no one home. Here's Mertz. 7:15 remaining. Landy cutting in on the right foot. Has Jane on the near side. No other options, though. Too many people standing watching. Wide to Worley on the far side. Back to Landy, who's retreated a bit. On her right foot now. Trying to find Gibbons. It comes all the way to Madsen. Cutting down to the end line. Crosses! Oh. Ball's cleared out by Kamenos at the near post. Jane gets back on it. Fires with that left foot right in
strike.
On the goalie. Good left-footed hit by Jane. It was dipping as it came in the goalie, and she sort of trapped it underneath her. Ball off Worley's head and out of bounds at the far side. 6.5 minutes remaining. Panthers holding on. 1-goal lead. It's 3-2.
Man, it feels like it should be more, Rob, and it is, it's nerves time. 1-goal games are very, very frightening.
Ball central for Gibbons. Goes all the way back to Gianni. And headed out by Mount Lebanon. So a Panther throw. They get a chance to slow things down a little bit. Looks like Emily Rocco coming back in. Ava Burlingame coming off.
Yeah, I just think it's tired legs at this point. You got to bring Emily in to try to get some fresh legs in, because frankly, you can get a goal here. I mean, Mount Lebanon's getting tired. They're pushing forward a little bit. You can get a goal here. And, I think Emily Rocco is going to have some fresh legs here on some of these runs where the Panthers are possessing. Like this.
Here's Rocco. Have a chance to try to apply some pressure, and does. Ball comes to Mertz.
That's a penalty.
That's a foul and nothing called. And Landy does well to get back up and win a tackle. Ball chipped down to the corner for Landy. Try to get her hips turned. Here's Kamenos. Landy comes back on the right foot. Crosses. Ball couldn't get past the defender at the near post, and she's going to be offsides.
Yeah, badly offsides. Landy's ball, if it gets through, Haley Perry has a tap in. But this is the right stuff from the Panthers. You're down a goal. You got to try to get a goal. All right, I don't want them on their back foot trying to play defense for the last 5 minutes. Possess the ball, attack, use your dynamic players, and that's exactly what we saw from the Panthers there. Good stuff.
Kamenos with the goal kick. Relatively short one. Perry wins a header. Comes past Mertz. And near side to the Blue Devils. Under 5 minutes now. They're able to get on to the end of this. And here's a foot race down to Gilbert. In towards the top of the area. Lalama's there. They're going to get a chance to shoot. And Gianni's able to grab it.
Jules.
Out on the 12-yard line.
Boy, the Panthers' back line got caught there. They've got to have better shape in that situation. That was not... That's not what you want to see. Jules Gianni deserves a ton of credit. The initial save, which probably knocked the wind out of her a little bit, was terrific. And for her to get back up and make a play, really good stuff from Jules.
No, she doesn't have to come off. Well, if the trainer did not come out, he did not have to stop the clock. So they're going to have to substitute Michaela Densmore in the game briefly for Jules Gianni. So
I've never seen that.
You can imagine that Mount Lebanon will be looking to get on the end and just put something on net just to test the young Panther keeper. I think Gianni took one in the shin, but she's ready to go right back in. And it'll be, I don't know whether they're giving the Panthers a free kick here.
I don't know.
It looks like they are. Need to tighten up, do the Panthers. Watch out here. Gilbert. LaLama on it. Watch out here. She can shoot the ball. Bakay's out to defend. Knocks it out. Going to be a throw-in for the Blue Devils. 4 minutes remaining now. Kamenos will come up. Take this throw from deep in the corner. Blue Devils trying to grab a lifeline in this game. Here comes the throw. It's a long one. Ball's flicked, but it comes back out of the area. Here comes Landy up the line. She's pushed in the back. Gets past one.
What a play.
She might have a chance to get on this. Mertz coming in, 40 yards out. One player to beat. Goes into the area now. Does Landy pushed again on their right foot. Shoots.
Oh!
What a goal! Landy Mertz. She puts it away on the counter-attacking goal. Drilled it up high. Second goal of the game.
Of course, her second goal of the evening.
What a goal. Fouled twice coming down the line. And she is getting hugs in the corner right now. What a goal.
I mean,
holy moly.
She won the ball, first of all. She made a 90-yard run. To have the energy to get all the way back to beat two girls, she absolutely turned on the afterburners about the 35-yard line. I didn't think she could beat the second girl because I didn't think she'd have enough energy left. Then to hit an absolute howitzer of a strike, top corner right. I've seen it all. That's absolutely spectacular. That might have even been better than the first one. My Lord.
Gavin, listen, we've seen some amazing things in the last few years. I saw a goal that the boys scored a few years ago, a counterattacking goal, very similar. It was two players, though, that came down the field and scored a goal. I have not seen someone, withstand pressure, got fouled a couple times, and able to bury it. Like, that was just fantastic. And what a necessary goal for the Panthers as they go to 4-2 now. I don't know how Landy's moving right now because that run would be exhausting.
I'd be on the couch. That was incredible.
Wow, exciting stuff here on senior night. Again, Gavin, a senior scores the fourth goal, so it's all about the seniors tonight.
My God, these girls are going to have some unbelievable memories from their last night. That is just special stuff.
Wow, I don't know what to say. I'm sort of out of breath.
I've never seen that in my life. I've never seen a run that far in a soccer match, not by one person.
Oh, my, oh, my. Okay, let's finish this one out, Gavin. 2.5 minutes left.
Yeah, no more goals allowed, please.
4-2. Oh, wow. Woo. There's Perry on the far side, winning a header, but goes out of bounds, be a Mount Lebanon throw.
Man, this has been a physical game, Rob. Really physical
the Panthers,
in the midfield.
we were talking before. They have a week off probably at least right now before the playoffs. They're going to need it. They've got to lick their wounds, get some rest. Look at Perry out there playing hard right to the end.
Yeah, I mean, Haley's, this is her swan song as a senior as well, and she has nothing to be ashamed of. She has played really, really strong tonight.
1:45 remaining as Mount Lebanon throws down that far touchline. And the ball cleared back up over midfield. But the Panthers now with a 2-goal cushion again. And that is really all the difference right now because we've got 90 seconds remaining on this senior night game. Hail to the seniors tonight, Gavin. They've all played really well. I want to give a shout out to Angela Belak. Her first start to stick it out. She's still in the game for the Panthers and just really has done a nice job tonight. So free kick coming up as Kamenos can definitely put this on frame, has enough leg for sure. Here comes the run up, the kick, the shot. It's a good one, but right in on Gianni.
Yeah, strong catch by Jules. No bobble, no spill. Very good stuff from Jules. Saw it cleanly, caught it cleanly.
50 seconds remaining. Ball punted by Gianni up towards midfield. There's Mertz on it. Just tries to touch it wide. Can't do that. And here come the Blue Devils. Panthers just need to put one in the bleachers and see this out. There's Mertz on the far side giving chase, but Belak's out there, and she'll knock it over the touchline.
Off the Mount Lebanon attacker, no less.
25 seconds, Gavin. It's been a great year. Hopefully we get to do one more of these at home next week in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we probably will. Congratulations to the Lady Panthers, at least co-section champs, especially to our seniors. Just tremendous stuff tonight and for the last 4 seasons.
Here comes Rocco in on gold. Knock Kamenos down. Gets to the front, turns. Oh, and it's just knocked away. The Panthers are going to win this 4-2. Good night from Upper St. Clair.